Love me tender. What's the good word, my chicken tender friends? Welcome back to another scrumptiously delightful episode of Love Me Tender, the place where we can cut loose with our passion for those crunchy, compact meat strips and leave all judgment at the door. Go on, leave it there. This is a safe space. Today, we continue our conquest of heat with another contender in the spicy arena of Nashville hot chicken. This time, we dive into Dave's Hot Chicken. I can feel my face burning already. I must prepare for battle. Here we are on Broadway again, and this time at Dave's Hot Chicken, where four guys just wanted to make some delicious tenders and then exploded from there. So let's dive in and see if I can melt my face off. Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Good. I'm gonna get some tenders.
Okay.
Two number ones.
Yep.
One with no spice, and then
spice.
one extra hot.
One extra hot.
Let's see how that goes on my face.
I think that
Thanks so
like
much.
5 or 10 minutes.
All right, great.
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Ooh, yeah. I mean, here we are again, friends. It's always good to be in a place that feels like home. Chicken tenders feel like home for me, and it's amazing. So what do we got here? Got some big tenders here. We've got a regular no spice, and then an extra hot. Oh man, I'm excited to dig in each one of these. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, this breading, again, like they do it so well. You've got a nice thin layer of breading with some mounds in there to really give it a crunch, and then it feels hot and delicious, and you can see the spices. So let's kind of see what this naked tender has to offer. Let's see. Oh, it just breaks apart. Look at that steam coming off. Off to a good start. Always a good time. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's a good tender right there. Doggy. Oh man. That's a really good combination of just falling apart in your mouth, but then still having that crunch on the outside. There's not a lot of spice on the naked one, but they're not known for their naked tenders. They are known for their spice, which we're gonna dive into right now. What we got? We got this honkin' beast of extra hot going on here. Woo. I'm excited. Look at that. It's just spice all over. All over. Let's see what we got. So we just tear this apart. Again, falling apart the way it should. All right, let's see what we got. It's gonna be great. Ooh. Oh yeah. My body's already reacting to it. My throat is clenching up. My sweat glands are opening up. Ooh. So many people think of like, what is a Nashville hot chicken? And this is closer to what it is. It's not just a regular breaded chicken with like some seasoning tossed on. It's like engulfing itself in the Nashville hot. When I taste this chicken, yes, it's tender, but also you get a lot of really good seasonings and spices that not only burn your mouth, but fill it with flavor while you're at it. I love this one because it's not just like a gloopy mess of Nashville hot. It's like infusing the chicken with the Nashville hot, which is amazing. I gotta take these off. Woo. This is hot. Whoa. Oh, man. It's so good. It's so good. All right, we're gonna get into some sauces here. We're gonna try this regular sauce here. So let's open it up. We're gonna dip in. Let's try the naked tender in there, just so we can get an idea of what the sauce is like. Let's see what we got. That has a nice cooling effect with it, which I'm gonna love with this extra hot. All right, let's see what happens when we put some Nashville hot in there. Let's see. Yeah. When you first take a bite of that sauce and chicken, you're like, oh man, it's so cooling. There's gonna be no, there's no spice. And then the spice comes. And you can't help but just cough. At least I can't help but just cough and sweat, and that's all I can do is cough and sweat while I eat and enjoy this. Oh, so good. So people often ask, why sweat your face off when you eat spicy food? If it's the right kind of hot, it's worth it. At a certain point, you get too much hot and you can't taste anything. You're literally just burning your face off and you don't need to enjoy it. But this extra hot right here, whew, has a lot of flavor to it. It's the perfect amount where I'm sweating, burning my face off, but I can still taste all that delicious flavor and all the delicious spices that they put into the chicken tender. So it's beautiful. It's like a glorious, and I love it. So I'm gonna finish sweating my face off, but eventually we're going to talk to Evan, who kind of started this one on Broadway, and see what Dave's is all about. So I'm here with Evan, the assistant general manager at the Dave's Hot Chicken here on Broadway. Evan, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for coming in, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So tell me a bit of the history of Dave's. Like, when did it start? Kind of how did it start, if you know?
Yeah, this company started in 2017. It's like a pop-up in a parking lot, East Hollywood.
In California?
California,
Okay,
yep.
got it.
Lines were crazy.
People love their tenders.
People love it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, everything's made fresh, especially back then, they only had one fryer, so they would do, small batches at a time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can only get through 5, 6 customers at a time.
Right.
That's why it moves so slow, but I mean, that's how you know it's fresh. And the concept just blew up after that. And then 2018, they opened their first store, and then it's been off to the races ever since.
Yeah. How many locations are there, actually?
I think it's upwards of like 150-ish area now.
Yeah, it's doing well then.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're super popular now, to say the least.
So what is Dave's Hot Chicken? How is it different? Like, what does it bring?
Obviously, we try to be like fast casual diner. So we try not to make it like you guys come in, you get your food, we try to push you out of here. No, we want to make it feel like your family here. Also, I think what makes us very unique is how big our chicken is as well. And then we do our own proprietary spice blend. So you can get it like from super mild to super, super spicy.
Yeah, was that something from the start, was like having all these levels of spice?
Yes, absolutely. Dave, the founder of this company, he's the chef. And he creates all the spices, he created all the recipes, he did everything for this place. So
nice.
That was his main purpose, was to make this place extremely spicy.
Sweet. Oh, what's your favorite spice level?
I always go with the extra hot. I started off at mild, and that was super spicy for me. Yeah. But after you build up your tolerance,
right,
which is what I try to tell all these first-time people, like, hey, you keep coming in, you'll build your tolerance up, and the spicier you get, the more flavor you get. So I always go with extra hot. I feel like that's the best flavor. The Reaper's really good too. But it's really spicy.
Right, it's gonna maybe melt your face a little bit.
It will, I promise you.
Okay, great. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me, and I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks, yeah. We made it back, friends, and with slightly fewer battle scars than last time. I still have all my taste buds. I don't think anything will quite ignite me in a delightful way like that hot episode at Blazing Bird. But I think I'm okay with that. After all, I'm no spring chicken anymore.
Oh, where are you, Hiccups?
I need more chill in my life. I appreciate a subtler, more nuanced experience. And I mostly like to steer clear of the drama. That's what I hoped Dave's Hot would give me, and they did, my friends. They did. Just a little spark of adventure. Or perhaps a cold dip in a mountain river, but not a plunge. That's what I really needed today. It was cool to learn that what basically started as a California tailgate party of tenders grew into a national name of fast, delicious, hot chicken. Impressive. So what do we arbitrarily rate these delicious examples of tender heat? The naked tenders from Dave's Hot Chicken squeeze by with a 7. But the tenders with heat bump up to an 8. They had some delicious flavor to back up that heat, and my mouth thanked them for not burning it into ash. I would have personally liked some of that flavor to be on the naked tender itself, but that's just me. And they did have a delicious sauce to complement the naked tender, and they gave me buckets of it. Like a lot. Did you see how much they gave me? Buckets. Regardless, they had an amazing crunch, and they kept that tender nice and juicy on the inside. That is a feat in and of itself, and should be commended and congratulated. Thanks again for joining me in this delicious wonderland of tender happiness. Don't forget to give some love to that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on our delectable adolescent journey. Be excellent to each other. Thanks again for joining me on this delicious wonderland of tender happiness.